What's up, everyone? My name's PlatinumHowler, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you my Week 2 match of the IBL versus BigTimeBrownie and his Green Bay Yampers. You can see his team over on the right side of the screen. We are both 0-1 coming into this match. We're both looking to bounce back from Week 1 losses, but only one of us will be able to do so. So let's get right into our team. We have our Gmax Duraludon, which honestly is better without its Gmax for the most part, because Brownie's team is remarkably slow. He has Togekiss at base. Okay, no, Cinderace at base 1. I want to say it's 119. Base 119 is his fastest Mon. And then his next fastest Mon is base 80, and Duraludon outspeeds everything on his team except for Cinderace and any potential Scarfers, of course. So Choice Specs, super good. We can fire off Choice Specs hits in non-Gmax form, and then if we want to switch up our moves, we can Gmax up. So like if he switches Gastrodon into a Choice Specs Flash Cannon, then we can Gmax up and click Solar Beam and destroy that thing's entire life. And then we can click moves freely while we're in our Gmax form, and if we can position ourselves well with non-Gmax Duraludon to just click Specs hits, then it can be a massive wall breaker for us in this game. Another thing that I noticed about Brownie's team is that it's overwhelmingly physical. Shiftry can be mixed, sure, but the only two dedicated special attackers that you could say he has is Togekiss and Gastrodon. So a lot of my team really revolves around the fact of defending his physical offense and trying to cripple his special offense as well. Basically, Togekiss is his special offense. That's it. So we're gonna try to cripple that thing as best we can. So we have Arcanine with Intimidate, basically max defense. We put enough speed on this to outspeed max speed Adamant Dracozolt. We didn't bother going for Jolly. If he's Jolly, then less damage output. So yeah, if we can outspeed an Adamant Banded set, then that could potentially be nice. Although Adamant Banded Bolt Beak is doing a ton of damage to anything, honestly. But we also have a Piloswine, which matches up extremely well against Dracozolt. So yeah, so this thing gets teleport. Shout out to Aquarius who pointed this out. This is the most random thing in the world, but works pretty nice for us in this game because we can just get Switch Initiative. If we switch in on a physical attacker that he wants to switch out immediately, then we can just get Switch Initiative. Flare Blitz, only attacking move. Morning Sun for recovery. We can Toxic things too. We have a Shuka Berry so that we can reliably take on Gmax Copperajah. This would be our initial switch into it. If he goes for Max Quake, then we can eat that hit up pretty easily. We can get some Flare Blitz damage off against him. So Piloswine here. You'll notice throughout the season I will pronounce Piloswine differently every single time I say it. There are certain mons like that, like Gliscor. Sometimes I'll say Gliscor, sometimes I'll say Gliscor. But I will always say Gligar, because it has to sound like tiger, because that's the team that I coach, the Tigers. So Piloswine, Piloswine, Potato. Pretty standard ass set. It's pretty good in this matchup because it can deal well with the Dracozolt. I don't know how useful rocks are going to be in this match, to be perfectly honest, because the main thing that it would be there for is Cinderace, which is very likely to carry Boots, and I don't want him to be court changing the rocks onto my side, so I'll have to be very careful about when I set up rocks. I'd rather just get damage off whenever I can with this Piloswine. So this thing is pretty good at taking on Togekiss. especially after I paralyze it with Grimmsnarl. That's the main strategy here. Preferably, I get in Grimmsnarl against Gastrodon if he brings Gastrodon, and I can click Power Whip, and if he goes into Togekiss, which would more than likely be his initial response to Grimmsnarl, I can get a Prankster T-Wave off against it, and then it's going to be very slow, so Piloswine should outspeed after it's paralyzed. I think it's guaranteed to outspeed after it's paralyzed. So, and then we just have Sucker Punch for max damage output as well. If we still have this around and we can get big damage off against the Cinderace late game or something, then we can go for Sucker Punch. And Spirit Break is basically only for Dracozolt if it's like locked into Outrage and we still have this around and we get a free switch into it. Otherwise, Sucker Punch is probably the better move to go for against Dracozolt, because then it's not going to be able to fire off full-powered Bolt Beaks because we will be going first. So, yeah, Spirit Break probably not that helpful, but it could help. It could help if he's like locked into Outrage and he can't switch or something like that. Okay, so we have Drifblim here. Drifblim, I felt like I needed Drifblim because Golisopod is a huge threat. I don't have much to deal with it. I can switch Duraludon in initially, but I feel like I might need more than just Duraludon to switch into it. So Drifblim is more of a defensive response to that, and like I said, very physical, so we can take on the vast majority of his team with this set. And we have Grassy Seed Unburdened. So this Drifblim honestly might be able to just 1v1 his entire team if we go for max overgrowth with our Gmax Duraludon to set the grassy terrain. And we bring this thing in to pop the Grassy Seed. It's going to get a defense boost and the Unburden boost, and then I can just outspeed and Will-O-Wisp all of his physical attackers, Strength Sap all of my health back, and then just spam Hex. That's basically the plan. So this is a switch in to Golisopod if we need it, if it even comes. And we also put Defog on here because the Steel Spikes from Gmax Copperajah are kind of a threat. Like, the Steel Spikes deal 25% to Piloswine and 25% to Grimmsnarl. So I don't really want them on the field if I can avoid it. And also, if he sets Rocks against me, then Arcanine's going to be taking 25% to Rocks. So if I can defog those away, that would be pretty helpful for us. Last but not least, the meme of all meme Reuniclus sets. Blunder Policy, Iron Defense. Okay. Focus Blast, also known as Focus Miss, will proc our Blunder Policy. And the speed boost is actually going to be very beneficial because once we get set up, we will, if we get our +2 speed, then we can outspeed Delmice, we can outspeed Gastrodon, and we can outspeed Togekiss when it's paralyzed, which is big because if Togekiss is going first, then it can just air flinch. Yeah, it can just air flinch us. Yeah, that's basically what it does, right? So being able to be faster than that is very important. So we have Focus Blast here, which is good, decent coverage against Mamoswine, against Copperajah, against Shiftry. We kind of need something to hit Shiftry if he decides to ring that. So Focus Blast is going to be nice here. And if it gives us a speed boost, then it's also going to boost Stored Power. And if we Iron Defense up to Oblivion against all of his physical attackers, then if we get to like +6 defense with Iron Defense and +2 speed with Blunder Policy, then I think that means we get off base, I want to say 180 stored powers, base 180 powered stored powers. I think that's what it would be. And coming from, we just went modest to, because it's the highest stat, so we'll give it a little bit of a special attack boost and then put the rest in defense. Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to seeing if this Reuniclus puts in the work or if it just looks like a complete fool. So that's going to be our team. and we will see you right back with the battle. Alright, we're back with the battle now. We're getting ready to connect with BigTimeBrownie. Got our whiteboard here, ready to write down his team. I don't know what I'm gonna want to lead with. I'm thinking I probably should just lead with Arcanine because I can get an Intimidate off against whatever. Mamoswine lead could be problematic. Which kind of makes me regret not having Flamethrower on Arcanine instead of Flare Blitz, because I think Flamethrower would do... they'd probably do about the same, but I'd be taking Recoil from Flare Blitz. I don't know if I'll outspeed Mamoswine. Depends how much investment he has. I know Adamant Max Speed Mamo will outspeed Arcanine, but I have Sugar Berry. So that's in my back pocket just in case. And maybe if he leads with Mamoswine, he'll just set rocks anyway. Yeah, so if I lead Arcanine against Mamo, I think what I would do is just Flare Blitz at first turn, and then if he sets rocks, I can teleport out into Duraludon and just click Flash Cannon. So he has... Okay, he does have... Wow, he didn't bring Togekiss. Interesting. I thought Togekiss was a huge threat to my team, because my flying resist is Duraludon, and Duraludon doesn't take nothing. So outside of Gastro, his entire team is physical. The other reason I like Arcanine as a lead, potentially, is because it just matches up well against Cinderace, which is also a very likely lead. Yeah, I don't think I... What the heck? How do I get Grimmsnarl in now? Grimmsnarl might be a decent lead, honestly, because I don't know how I switch Grimmsnarl into anything. Nah, we'll just go Arcanine. Good luck and have fun to Brownie. Pretty important game between two 0-1 teams early in the season. None of us want to go 0-2. Now, I sent the rules and somehow I ended up in this stadium that I didn't want to be in. I thought I could get all of my games in the Motostoke Stadium, but apparently not. Okay, so good lead matchup. Good lead matchup. I'm teleporting immediately. Teleport Arcanine, baby, let's go. He's gonna want a U-turn out. Or just hard switch. Maybe he doesn't have U-turn. A chat says Gastrodon. We're going into Grimmsnarl. There goes Arcanine. The teleport animation is weird because it the Mon disappears. The Mon disappears and then it reappears to show the switch out animation. It's like the same. It's very similar on Showdown too. It's funny because I used Claydol on Showdown. We're just going for Power Whip right away. We'll find out if he's Rindo. Should outspeed this for sure. Hopefully we land the Power Whip. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. He could go Copperajah here, but I don't know if he's going to suspect Power Whip. I don't know if he is aware that I could have Power Whip. think switching out to Copperaja would probably be his best play right here. He is going out. Oh, he went to Cinderace. Okay. I kind of want to just Sucker Punch you. Or I can Thunder Wave you. Thunder Wave. I'm Thunder Waving you because then Duraludon can outspeed you. I'm basically just going to leave Grimmsnarl in to do whatever it wants right now. Are you banded? That could be banded. I'm not going to just sack this. As obvious a switch as Arcanine might be. Okay, he stayed in because, unless, oh, I don't know. No, he's probably still faster, even while paralyzed. So I think he just went for Pyro Ball again. Or he's just fully parried. So Teleport is -6 priority, so I can just go for Teleport again. Or I can click Toxic. I'm gonna click Toxic this time. Gastrodon comes in, then I'll get a Toxic off against it. So, Teleport is negative priority, so I don't particularly want to stay in and teleport. I could go into Reuniclus just to kind of scout out what he wants to go for. Because he can Toxic me, but I Magic Guard, so that's not going to matter. Grimmsnarl probably dies to an attack if that's what he wants to go for. Yeah, we'll go into Reuniclus and scout his set out a little bit. Because, like, Reuniclus can just solo. Scald. Lefties. I'm clicking Iron Defense. I'm gonna see, like, because this is on a timer now, he can't just, like, stay in and spam Clear Smog against me if he has Clear Smog on this, so I'm gonna get my Iron Defense up right now. He could switch in Delmise. Delmise has... He's staying in. Okay, I'm totally fine with that. Iron Defense is going up. So I'm going to recover on this turn. I'm guessing he's just Toxic Recover, or he might not have Toxic at all and has Clear Smog instead. Yeah, he does have Clear Smog. Okay, but if he's gonna, like, he can do this, I don't care. He's on a timer. So, like, I'm just gonna stay in and spam Iron Defense. He can't do this forever. He's on a timer. Like, he's taking so much damage, right? Like, he cannot... And he's faster than me, too. So, I will get my Iron Defense off as he dies to Toxic, right? So, I'll be at +2 defense, no matter what. He's gonna switch. Goes into Podrick. I'm guessing Podrick is... Oh, okay. This thing. So he can first impression once this turn. Let me recover, just scout how much this is doing to me. We can't click it again. So I'll recover up to full health. He can leech life, though. Iron defense again. Ooh, okay. Swords Dance is a little scary. Okay, so I'm gonna click Stored Power. And hopefully Stored Power puts him down into Emergency Exit and we can get him to burn that. Because we're at +4 defense. So Stored Power should be 100 base power right now. Yeah, that does knock him into Emergency Exit, so we're going to force him out. So I think he made a mistake by going to +4 right there. So he can go back into Gastrodon and try to clear Smogus, but once again he's just going to weaken himself to Toxic. We could go like he's going for Clear Smog here at 100%. So we could try to pull a switch into Duraludon. But if he goes for Earth Power for some unforeseen reason, Clear Smog is actually super effective against Grimmsnarl, so I don't know if we live. I can just go for a... I'm going to go Duraludon and because he's got to click... and then just click Specs Draco Meteor, right? Like, he's clicking Clear Smog here 1000%. Don't click Earth Power. Yeah, okay, good. I'm immune to that, and I'm clicking Specs Draco Meteor. And that should totally kill you. I don't need to Gigantamax. Specs Draco's doing more damage. I don't care how especially defensive you are, this should definitely be killing you. Switching out? The heck does he have to take a hit from this? This is going to take a ton of damage. %. Good lord. Okay, now we switch into Arcanine. Where's Arcanine? There we go. You could try to predict our switch out here. That's cool with me. So he's Gigantamaxing, and he could very well get his Steel Spikes up. I just realized that he doesn't have Dracozolt, so Piloswine not really as useful. Okay, he predicted. Oh well, no, he didn't predict. He just went for Max Quake right out of the gate. Because, you know, he had a Duraludon was there, so. Oh, that does a lot of damage. How much did that do? That did 54. So it's doing more than half. So I'm gonna Morning Sun because I fear if I Flare Blitz, then I might put myself in range for another one. For another one to kill me because I'd be taking recoil. So I'd rather just click Morning Sun twice while this thing is still Gigantamaxed. And then I can... Yeah, he went for Steel Surge anyway, so he's gonna get the... Damn, that still did some damage, man. He's gonna get the Steel Spikes up. So actually now what I could do is go into Driftblim and be able to defog them away immediately because he's gonna go for Max Quake here, I would imagine. Grimmsnarl does not die to Steel Spikes. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this play because he's got to go for Max Quake, and I want to keep Arcanine healthy still for switching into stuff like Cinderace and dealing with Delmise. Max Quake, we're immune. Now we can burn this thing. So he's doing much less damage to us. Then we can Strength Zap. He's got Stealth Rock too, but I'm going to defog those away. So I'm not going to Strength Zap. I'm going to click Defog right now. Okay, he's staying in, which is interesting. How much does this do? Not a lot. So I think I will just Hex now and hope that I rather and like not take my recovery. Oh no! That didn't kill him? Oh, that sucks! Damn it! That really sucks. That really, really sucks. He was gonna spam Stealth Rock there no matter what, right? So, if I didn't kill him there, then he was gonna end the exchange with Stealth Rocks up on my side of the field. But the Copper Raja is down. That's good, at least. Fleetwood... This thing. Am I sacking Driftblim now? I'm gonna... Nope, I'm not sacking Driftblim. I'm going into Pilliswine. Because if this thing is Sash, I wanted Sash to be broken. He should be going for an Ice move here, so I'll resist that. And I can get an Earthquake off against him. Hopefully he doesn't have Superpower. That would be kind of bad. Switching out into Cinderace. He sacks off Cinderace. Okay. Golisopod. He's probably going into Golisopod now. No, he goes into Gastrodon. Okay, I'm gonna get my rocks up to break a Sash on Mamoswine. He can try to spin those away if he wants. I don't really need Pilliswine for much else right now. He went Earth Power. So I'm gonna take that easily. Do I need to save this for anything? No, I don't. Just gonna make sure I get some damage off against him. Do outspeed so he didn't try to speed creep us. Wow! That just knocked him out! Pilliswine! Good lord! Strong dude over here. Now he's gonna go into Glisplod and take rocks damage. Nope, never mind. He's heavy duty boots. He's not taking rocks damage. Okay, I'm not letting this thing set up too much. I think this is where I go into Grimmsnarl to just sack it and click Sucker Punch. He doesn't know that I have Sucker Punch, so he would probably just attack me. Okay, Liquidation. Yeah. I will gladly go down to that. Now I can bring in... Now I can bring in Duraludon. And I think Duraludon honestly might just win the game outright. Dynamax, G-Max Depletion. He is going into Ganon, Delmice. So we have Max Darkness for this, so I feel like Depletion plus Darkness should knock this out. I think he's probably Scarfed Mammo, is what I'm guessing. I think he's Scarfed Mamoswine, and that's why he's saving this. He's saving the Mamoswine to be able to deal with us. Wow, that does a ton. Lefties, not Assault Vest. Steel Spike to boost our defense. I think Duraludon's probably just going to clean up for us right now. Because if he goes into Mamoswine, we have a defense boost, so he'd have to get a massive crit to knock us out. I don't even know if a crit would knock us out while we're in our G-Max form. So I think we are going to get out of this with a 5-0 win, which is going to boost our record a hell of a lot after falling to 0-1 first week. So I click Depletion against this. Depletion should definitely knock it out. I haven't locked myself into a move with Duraludon yet, so I feel like I should be able to click Flash Cannon against Mamoswine. But if I can't, then I'll just click whatever move I can click against it. Or I might just hard switch into Drifblim to try to save differential. Yeah, well, this is good knowledge to have. If we can... I feel like we should be able to click Flash Cannon here. Yeah, okay. So we are +1 defense. If he is Scarfed Mammo, I don't think he kills us unless he gets a crit. And we should be able to knock him out with Flash Cannon. and pick up a 5-0 win, hopefully. But he hits Scarf and goes for Icicle Crash. Try to flinch us. That's not... He did flinch us, but another one doesn't kill unless he crits. Okay, we get the Flash Cannon off and we're gonna win 5-0. Good job, Duraludon. Well done. Very good job. Okay, 5-0 win feels really good after losing week 1. Really good. Okay, so we brought a pretty good team to deal with what he had. Getting the para off on I don't know, he just didn't have, quite honestly, he just didn't have things to give me much trouble. Like, the, Clear Smog Gastrodon was, it's a good thing to stop Reuniclus. It's basically the only thing that he had to, unless he was going to run, no, he could have had, like, Whirlwind on Copperajah, or, yeah, that would have been more likely. He could have had like Scope Lens Shadow Claw with Delmise to try to crit through an Iron Defense set, but he didn't switch into that. I was kind of surprised that he did not switch Delmise into Reuniclus at any point. Golisopod was kind of scary, but the fact that he tried going to +4 and we knocked him into emergency exit, that was very helpful for us. Yeah, like, pretty, like, we didn't have to, we did make some good predictions, quite honestly, like, being able to, like, know that he's going for Clear Smog, we get our Specs Duraludon in, and we can get a big damage off. I was thinking that we brought Copperajah so low, and I was so sure that, Drifblim was going to be able to kill it with a Hex there, but he got his rocks up. But it didn't matter, because we didn't really have to switch much from that point on anyway. Like, Arcanine didn't come in after that. Drifblim didn't come in after that, so the two main things that would have been crippling, it didn't really matter. So, yeah, and then because we paralyzed his fastest, well, no, Mamoswine, because it was Scarfed, it was his fastest Mon. But Cinderace, if it was, I honestly don't know. I need to check that calc. I don't know how bulky Grimmsnarl is, to be honest. It might have just been a Boots Cinderace. But we slowed that thing down so that Duraludon would outspeed. And then once it gets a defense boost with Steel Spike, like, he just had nothing for it at all. So our G-Max putting in the absolute finest of work, and we were able to deal with his G-Max very, very efficiently. So, good game to Brownie. Go check out his channel. His links will be in the description as always. Make sure you leave a like, comment on this video, subscribe to the channel. What the hell is going on, Siri? I did not talk to you at all, but that was really weird. Let's restart that outro, huh? I don't know if you could even hear that, but Siri just went rogue. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment on this video down below, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our Draft League content. We'll see you next week. Week 3, I'm so sorry I don't know who we are playing against. I can check that really quick. Actually, it won't be that quick, to be honest, because I have to open the doc just to see who we're playing against. Schedule, week 3 versus Delta Gligars versus Victory Road Victini. So we play Lieutenant Gold next week, who we have played before and actually beat us the first time that we played him. So hopefully we can get revenge on him there. So we'll see you next week for week number 3 of the IBL.